The 2026 NSAA state basketball coverage on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. And by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
We're back here at the Montevanny Sports Center. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen, Eric McKay, and the Class C2 state quarterfinals roll on. The 1 seed is advancing. Who will they get to face? Will it be number 4 North Bend Central or number 5 Norfolk Catholic? Two teams coming in plenty confident into this tournament. Both have championship aspirations.
You're exactly right, and they should be confident. They're playing at such a high level right now. Both teams over 20 wins on the season. Love the contrast in style of play and the makeup of these two teams. Norfolk Catholic, so big, so athletic. On the other side, you have phenomenal guard play. The backcourt is so strong for North Bend Central.
Talking about the Tigers and their key player, it's the coach's kid, Coda Bear.
He is such a good shooter, and the way he's able to score from that point guard position more times than not really puts a lot of stress on each and every defense week in and week out.
Well, talking about scoring, one of the highest scorers in the state is on Norfolk Catholic's side, Gavin Shutt. He can really put it through the hoop.
You know, being a guard and 6'3" with that length, he really is a nightmare, matchup of a nightmare, and the way he finishes at the rim might be one of the best finishers in the state, not just in this class.
Well, it's exciting Class C2 basketball, and we're happy to have it right here on News Channel Nebraska.
Hello, this is Greg from Family Physical Therapy. We've grown a lot since we opened our doors in 1993, but our philosophy remains to provide excellent patient care above all else. Our patients are greeted with smiles, and our therapists are driven by their patients' success and achieving goals. We provide physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy to those of all ages. Family Physical Therapy has locations across Nebraska. Stop by a clinic near you today.
Anne has been a longtime UBT customer. One day, she was being scammed. We secured her funds and got her set up with new accounts. I just think, if my grandma was in that situation, what would I want someone to do for her?
I hope he doesn't mind that I give him a hug, too.
I know.
Back at John Cook Arena in Lincoln on News Channel Nebraska for the Class C2 Boys State Basketball Tournament. Last year, Class C2 was the chaos bracket. The 8th seed, Bergen Catholic, won the state title. Now, we already know the 8th seed's not going to win a title this year, but could a lower seed do it again? I wouldn't be shocked if one of these two teams doesn't. Consider this. Norfolk Catholic and North Bend Central are the only two of the 8 teams here at state that were at or below 500 at any point during the regular season. Norfolk Catholic got off to a 2-2 start, eventually won 12 in a row as they started to heat up past the holidays. North Bend Central started 2-3. At one point were 5-4 entering their holiday tournament, but now we're coming to state riding a 13-game winning streak. So you've got two teams in the 4-5 matchup that are trying to once again prove the theory we learned last year, that it's not how you start, it's how you finish that matters at state. Two guys who always know how to start and finish broadcasts. Andy Klassen, Michael Shively back with starting lineups and all the action next. You're watching the Class C2 Boys State Basketball Tournament on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Auto Central in Kearney. From cost-effective daily drivers to luxury cars that match your style, Auto Central is sure to have the ride you're looking for. Ignite the fire and find peace. And by Union Bank and Trust. Your money has people. The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
Welcome back here to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. A couple of teams from northeast Nebraska set to go at it. There's your map of Class C2. Valentine all the way up there in north central Nebraska. Everybody else, eastern quarter of the state. You see the orange for North Bend Central, the red for Norfolk Catholic. Number 4 versus number 5.
Yep.
East Husker Conference. Routinely the best in Class C2, and a lot of C1 teams in the Mid-State Conference. That's where Norfolk Catholic comes from.
Valentine, the Heart City, representing north central Nebraska. Beautiful area. But yeah, it's pretty packed on the east side of the state from north to south. It is Class C2.
Yeah, can't wait for that Valentine-Freeman game. Set to come up this afternoon, 3 versus 6. Got a good one in advance of that right now. School spotlight time. There is North Bend Central. They are still looking for that first state title, but they have been runners-up. That was in 2019 and 100 years ago in 2020 or in 1926.
That's an aggressive-looking mascot, too.
There's some claw on that tiger.
Yeah, it looks like it has some bite there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. A girls program that has seen massive success in the last decade. The boys really competitive as well. They're excited to be back in Lincoln for the first time since 2019. Norfolk.
They've got at such a high level. 23 wins on the season. Only have dropped 5. So they never ran into any of those, droughts or anything of that nature. Just, it's good to see North Central and the hard work they put in pay off here this season as a 4 seed.
There is Norfolk Catholic, led by 8th-year head coach Kevin Manzer. Won the state title back in 2011 and have been regulars here at the state tournament lately. They were upset last season in the district final, but they've made it now 3 of the last 4 years.
I was going to say, not too much of a drought their last appearance in 2024. And yeah, they're always in the mix year in and year out, are these Norfolk Catholic Knights.
And now for the introduction of the coaches. First for the number 5 seed.
North Bend Central 23-5, Norfolk Catholic 22-4. Got your referees on screen.
Bryce Kirkman, Kevin Cope, Rod Harmon, and Brennan Luchowski is going to be our bench official here this morning. Round out that first session of state basketball from the Bob Devaney Sports Center. John Cook Arena.
Yes, sir. Got the statue. We enter on the other side. We don't get to see the statue when we walk in. Might need to go pay a visit to that new addition to this arena. Of course, renovations going on right now. You can't sit in the Class C sections on the end zones. Those are the upper deck behind the hoops, but plenty of room to accommodate people otherwise. And we do encourage you to get out here. Check out a ball game today or tomorrow or Friday.
So cool, the renovations to predominantly host volleyball games here and how it just keeps growing year in and year out. And that was one thing that, the statue out front, that Coach Cook was always worried about. I don't want to blow this thing up too much. When is it going to be oversaturated? I don't think there's such a thing.
There is a need in this state for its Husker basketball. No doubt about it. Folks, if you want to chime in on the conversation during this broadcast, we encourage you to do so via social media. Best way, find us on X at NCN Sports. Let us know where you're watching from. What you think of the competition between these Class C2 teams. We're on Facebook, NCN Sports now. Instagram, of course, YouTube. And Andy, that's a terrific way if you miss any of the action, or if you just want to watch it again, we're going to have full game recap, full game videos there.
We got each and every one of those replays up for girls state basketball. We're going to do the exact same for men's. Hopefully every game will be posted sometime this evening from all the action today at the Bob Devaney Sports Center.
Your starting lineups today brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you are cared for. Those starters for Norfolk Catholic: Nathan Timmerman, a senior; Callan Marshall, a senior; Leighton Burbach, a senior; Gavin Shutt, a senior; Clay Rotherham, a sophomore. So an experienced starting group for Norfolk Catholic.
Yeah, and that takes a lot of pressure off Rotherham, the sophomore guard, knowing that he can lean into his seniors in that leadership to start things off here.
I love that cursive script, Tigers on the front for North Bend Central. Their starting lineup: Braxton Waddle, a senior; Drew Stirrup, a sophomore; Coda Bear, a junior; Ryder Brubbitz, a senior; and Cash Punish, he's a senior as well. So lots of experience on both ends. They've been building up over the course of their careers to this moment, where it's win and advance to the state semifinals or lose, and the season comes to a close.
Yeah, both teams operate their offense at just a very, very high level, shooting well over 40% are both squads from the field. But both teams kind of like to hang their hat on their defense. I really like how Norfolk Catholic can kind of flow in and out of multiple zone defenses. Yes, they utilize man-to-man defense. A lot of teams at this level do. But it's their ability to really get after you with the 2-3 zone. And then they'll mix in that 1-3-1 to just give you a different look and cause a lot of problems, a lot of turnovers, jumping those passing lanes throughout each and every game.
And we're ready for basketball at the Bob. 6'8", Leighton Burbach, wearing black number 3. He'll play his college football at Northwestern University in the Big Ten. Ryder Brubbitz, a tough task in front of him, contending with the Knights' biggest player. Norfolk Catholic starts with the basketball. 22-4. They're the 5 seed, but they have championship dreams here in Lincoln.
Oh, no doubt.
Gavin Shutt pressured over to Timmerman. And a corner 3 to open up the ball game is strong.
Catholic got the switch they were looking for at the top of the key, just were not able to get the ball where they wanted it early.
And an early defense chant by the Knights fans, traveling well from Northeast Nebraska.
Good job being patient here, working the ball around the perimeter.
Coda Bear off target. And Burbach, a little twirl after grabbing the rebound.
Showing you he's got some footwork to his game.
There he sets the screen, gets it on the roll, and reposts. Good feed. Gets to his left, clears some space, and in the process, he walked with it.
That might have saved him a push-off foul, that travel. I don't think the Norfolk Catholic fans should be too disgusted or upset with that call. Yeah, look at Catholic extend that defense out.
Braxton Waddle, the 6-foot senior, shut down by Burbach. But Brubbitz able to work around the 6'8" center to put that off of the window.
Getting creative there was Ryder Brubbitz doing a nice job working around the wide frame.
Missed by Shutt after he cleared some space. The Tigers thinking there are a couple of offensive fouls that didn't get whistled early. Deep 3 ball. Long. But there's an offensive rebound. Brubbitz again missed this time. Stir up the board and a foul.
Yep.
It was Hunish who tried the 3 from the right wing.
And Gavin Shute, love the hustle, love the tenacity there, but a little handsy there drawing the whistle out. There's just so much on-ball pressure that the Knights bring. There it is.
Speaking of, Rotherham with the steal. Now a drive and a miss by Callan Marshall.
Boy, Catholic's had some looks. Uncharacteristic miss at the rim.
Off of the backboard and down. Braxton Waddle.
Just feels under control, doesn't it? Yes, there's a frantic pace. They're really getting after it, but when times to pull up, I feel like they're in complete control due to the Tigers of North Bend Central.
Another pretty decent look for Norfolk Catholic that doesn't fall. They're still scoreless 2.5 minutes in. Collision along the right baseline, and it's a foul on Nathan Timmerman.
Yeah, right idea. Once again, Timmerman trying to take away baseline, just a half step late getting there.
Physical play to begin this ball game. Good attack, but there is Burbach. He's a wall, but he turned it over. Now he's fighting for it. He was the last to touch it. How about Brubbitz, the 6'4 senior? Yeah, he's given up a little weight, a little bit of height, but he has been scrapping for everything.
Hanging in there, doesn't give up on the play. Yeah, using his athleticism to his advantage. This is Brubbitz.
Shot clock resets.
And all the Tiger fans knew they were going to need a big game from 23 here today.
Reed Carnatz into the ball game now for North Bend Central. Now Bear behind the back. A little loose with it. Now the leak out.
Oh, good
Knocked
defense.
out of bounds. How about the recovery by Coda Bear?
That 2-3 zone defense is just suffocating. They clog up so many passing lanes. There's the Knights looking to push. Bear just a no-look deflection there. Putting his hands up. Look like me in football too often. That's a defensive back.
The lob play.
Oh, no.
Shut. Mistimed it just a little. But you can tell the athleticism of this Norfolk Catholic team from these opening minutes. They just haven't had their shots fall yet. Stirrup gets inside. Now Bear.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta put some arc on it when you're going against 6'8", and he does, and it falls through.
I mean, yes, the shot was altered, but like you said, great adjustment on the fly from Coda Bear.
North Bend Central. First foul of the game against the Tigers. Drew Stirrup, 6-foot sophomore. And here's Schutz at the line.
Yeah, one of those patented plays that you kind of come to expect from Gavin Schutt.
6'3" senior. That Coach Manzer says, and what he's worked on the most from his junior season was he worked on his body.
Yeah.
Wanted to become more physical so that plays like that, he could get in and draw a foul.
Oh.
But there's nothing getting through the net right now for the Knights.
Comes up empty, but you saw the lateral movement there from right to left as he was readjusting, carving his way to the rim.
Tough drive. Carnatz shut down. Deflection. Shot clock under 10. Bear, what a crossover. Loses the ball.
Okay.
And gets it back. Now attacking Burbach. It's loose. Lines up with Timmerman.
The Knights will allow you to threaten, but man, do they shut it off at the rim.
There's more than a rim protector inside. It clogs the lane and then protects the rim. How about Schutt? Draws another whistle. He'll get a chance at the line again.
They might get Stirrup on this one. There's a lot of contact with multiple players. Who ultimately gets the
Tagged
whistle.
it on Ethan Cluck,
Yep.
6'5" senior who comes off the bench.
Well, then Cluck's saying, well, then that's the reach, and that was well before the shot.
Yes, Schutt, 69% from the line, 79 of 114 on the season. He's gotten to the line a lot.
Yeah.
And it's above average percentage for Class C2 hoops.
There's a good look at head coach Kevin Manzer. I mean, it's becoming the elephant in the room, isn't it? Nothing's going through for the Knights. He's got to keep his team calm.
0 for 4, but gets his own rebounds. Lining up the three, Marshall. Off target. There's Waddle for the board. Now, all this on the Norfolk Catholic shooting side being rough, but North Bend Central has not opened more than a 2-possession lead yet.
Exactly.
Waddle with the take, and there it is. An 8-0 start for the 4 seed.
And just enough of a screen on the right side there for Waddle to take advantage, or Stirrup to take advantage.
Now North Bend fans making some noise. Shutt almost lost it. And a blocking foul goes against Waddle and the Tigers.
Oh, man. North Bend Central, the coaches were looking for a travel. Oh, they got a whistle. Just not the one they were looking for.
That's already 3 personal fouls for North Bend Central as a team and 4 team turnovers. But they're enjoying the 8-point cushion.
Right. Well, and the Tigers knew they were going to have to bring some physicality to this game, giving up some size.
There's the second foul on Stirrup. So the sophomore guard, averaging 6.5 points per game, might have to take a seat here next to Coach Jonathan Baer.
Boy, that might open the door just enough here for Norfolk Catholic. Kind of chip away at this 8-point lead.
Oh, my gosh. Who cast a spell on that rim? Braden Cush can't get it to drop.
That was over halfway down, wasn't it? My goodness.
We'll have to go back in our archive video, see if there was any tampering.
As it is, the shooting woes continue for the Knights.
The Tigers get inside. There's the kick out 3 for Hunish. No, but there's the board. Gets the defense in the air. And the basket for Ryder Bubbitts. Timeout, Norfolk Catholic and Coach Kevin Manzer. A 10-0 start to this ball game in favor of North Bend Central on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard.
Love the inside-out play there. Bubbitts taking advantage of the substitution. Finishes at the rack.
All right, I'm John Stewart. I served almost 27 years in the Air Force. After I retired, I became very ill from Agent Orange exposure, and I lost everything we owned. One night, I sat there and practiced with a shotgun to kill myself. I said, well, I can't do this to my wife. So I went and got help, and as years passed, I became an ordained minister, and I work with veterans and trying to help people and get them to help others too.
If anxiety, addiction, or hopeless thoughts feel overwhelming, text HOME to 741-741 for support.
Fuel up for the big game at Speedy Mart on 238th Street in Greenwood. Open 24 hours. We've got the winning lineup, hot coffee, ice cold drinks, and tasty snacks. Plus, daily specials smoked fresh in our smoker. Need a pit stop? Our bathrooms are the cleanest around. And our friendly staff always makes you feel like part of the home team. Don't get sidelined. Score big on convenience at Speedy Mart, Greenwood.
Norfolk Catholic out of the timeout, trying to get the first bucket of the ball game. Break the ice still. Missed it. Into Burbach. He's hampered. Oh, and he's has the ball knocked loose. The Tigers collapsed.
Great awareness, help defense from Coda Bear. The double team was late, but it prevailed for the Tigers.
The Tigers get a block and a steal on that defensive possession out of the Norfolk Catholic timeout. 6 scoreless minutes for the 5-seed Knights. Bear, patience. Bounce pass, it's loose. And another steal for Norfolk Catholic.
Yeah, good job in that zone, just collapsing everything inside. You know, you feel like you're making progress as an offense. Oh, we got the ball inside, we got it in the lane. It's only half the story.
Marshall left wide open. Hard rebound off of the rim, and Burbach able to get it and throw it off a defender.
Once again, that's just great awareness from Bear. Tracking that down, almost coming away with a steal as Burbach tried to clear it out.
Fresh shot clock for the Knights. Timmerman finds some room. Now it's loose. Cush. Shut. Into Burbach. Stumbles. Gets a whistle out of it. 2 shots coming for Burbach. Can he get it to go through?
Well, if I'm an NBC fan, I'm okay with this foul. Make him earn it from the foul line.
First foul on Brubbitz. Burbach, a 48% foul shooter.
It really is. There's just a lid.
It's contagious both. You hear the phrase, it's a cliche. Shooting is contagious. It works both ways, to your benefit or your detriment. Still nothing. 0 for 6 at the line for Norfolk Catholic. And from the floor, 0 for 8. We'll send in 2 new players here at the next dead ball, trying to change that. Punish for 3. This one's online. He'd been waiting for it. That time he gets it to fall. 13-0.
Now you drew it up inside out, works the ball inside just enough in the quick second pass after the outlet.
Head fake for Cush. No, Burbach, the offensive rebound. We're having drama here just at the free throw line in your first quarter. First quarter is brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk. They are building a legacy, one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialist, they're here for you today and every day.
Oh my goodness. And that is Brubbitz's second foul. I think the Tiger fans are hoping he could get out of this first period with just one. But it does force the Knights to complete the play from the foul line.
They've seen it on the face of Callan Marshall and his teammates even who are watching at the foul line. Can't believe nothing's going in.
Oh, get in there!
And the loose ball secured by the Tigers. Another time the rim was unkind. A combined 0 for 19 between field goals and free throws for Norfolk Catholic.
And they're good looks, good takes. Yep.
Hand check foul. Waddle trying to create off the dribble.
We talked about this strong backcourt. You're starting to see it really shine through now for the Tigers. Just feel like they're in complete control, allowing their offense to just kind of get into that flow state.
Foul on Camden Burbach, younger brother of Leighton. He's a 6'3" freshman. Coach Manzer going on the bench trying to see what he can find to break this spell. Waddle, the drive, 3 seconds. Corner 3-ball, Carnatz missed, and the rebound to Burbach. Norfolk Catholic can't buy a bucket, and North Bend Central, the 4 seed, has exploded to a 13-0 lead 8 minutes into the ballgame on News Channel Nebraska.
Visit Wayne State College and you're likely to hear,
I got this.
From students pursuing their careers in nursing.
I got this.
Or in our business and industrial technology programs.
I got this.
Or in NCAA athletics.
You got this.
And especially at graduation.
I got this.
With 130 programs of study, manageable costs, and automatic scholarships for all first-time freshmen, you'll be saying,
I'm so doing this.
Get started at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Slow start for the Norfolk Catholic Knights, and North Bend Central taking full advantage. 13-0 lead after 1 quarter.
Yeah, tough start there for Mr. Marshall, 0 for 5. One of a number of players not only having trouble from the field, but also the foul line.
Oh, the Knights defense, though. Tough to work against. North Bend Central having to hustle like crazy to get 13 in the first quarter. start the second quarter well.
That's a big-time bucket to start off the second quarter as you have their big man Brubbitz taking a seat right now. 2 fouls. Cluck able to finish at the rim. His backup.
Yeah, 6'5" senior. Big-time moments at the state tournament. Marshall gets inside, gets harassed, and who touched it last? It was Norfolk Catholic who touched it last. And the Knights can't get anything to go their way.
Arnett's has had a couple of really nice plays. Not only defensively, he's seen him get his hands in and pressing, forcing the issue here, the over and back call.
Now, we had a pretty good view of it here. I think it did look like it went off at the Knights' fingertips last. So a fresh shot clock, and the Tigers get a baseline inbound. And they get an open look for three for Carnass. Didn't get it that time. Here's the run out. Timmerman attacking to the hoop and to the line. Norfolk Catholic 0 for 10 at the stripe.
Yeah, that's uncharacteristic. Even this, I mean, you're kind of expecting Timmerman to finish that off, have the in-one opportunity more times than not. Just, man, has not been the case for the Knights.
There it is. It was bound to happen. Now does it open up the floodgates, so to speak? Timmerman, no emotion, stone face, drills them both. Big moment, really, for Norfolk Catholic, who's not out of this ballgame.
Really is, and they extend their 1-3-1 zone to half court.
Waddle. Hunish, he hit a three in the first quarter. Finds Bear. Back to Hunish for three. Bear had his hands on it for a moment. Now a loose basketball. Everybody diving for it. And Carnats dove on top of Clay Rotherham, and that's a foul.
You're going to get a loose ball foul here. But we know Norfolk Catholic in that zone defense and how they kind of get it in. You know, they play their strengths, their size. North Bend really answering their physicality and scrappy style of play here.
Still looking for that first field goal. Shuts. Can't provide it there. Burbach underneath the basket. And there's the first bucket for the Knights.
Burbach is getting great position underneath.
Already has 5 rebounds. Waddle. That shot was jump ball. And Cluck a little slow getting up from that one. Possession arrow to Norfolk Catholic, and the energy now belongs with the 5-seed Knights.
Credit Nathan Timmerman getting his quick hands in there and trying to rip that ball away, but nevertheless getting the possession with the jump call.
Tough take, Timmerman. 6 in a row, and it's a 9-point game.
Edwards just kind of sidestepped that double team on his way to the rim.
Waddle attacking, pressuring, and drawing the whistle. First foul on Burbach.
Boy, that's what this Tiger offense needed. It needed something positive to happen for them. Nice drive from Braxton Waddle. Dead ball is also going to allow for Brubbitz to check back in.
And North Bend Central misses at the line.
You can definitely feel that momentum shift.
Two high-powered offenses. North Bend averaging 63 per game. Norfolk Catholic 67. Both teams at least 22 wins. That's the number for Norfolk Catholic. 23 wins for North Bend Central. Some elite teams. Now they have their footing a little bit. Entertaining 6 minutes remaining here in this first half. Shut. Sizing up the smaller Hunish. Steps through. Wraps it around. And with English gets it to fall.
Did you see the footwork before he even had to do that scoop shot?
That's tough. You're stepping through your off balance, jumping off of one leg, and to have enough time there to whip that ball around and scoop it in.
And he was able to step through because he kept that pivot foot, worked that pivot foot so well.
Deflection. There wants three. Off the side iron.
Catholic's looking to push.
Shut with contact and a blocking foul against North Bend Central.
Good drive. Physical drive. NBC saw that shoulder go down, wanted to get the offensive foul here.
And Hunish is first. And here's Shutt. And Norfolk Catholic, after being 0 to start this game, they've made their last 3 field goals.
Yeah, and it really closes the gap on the scoreboard. Feels like a new game.
In and out that time.
There's a 4th rebound for Mr. Brubbits. Having a monster game thus far.
North Bend Central just 3 points to start out this quarter. After opening up the big 13-zip lead.
So there's case in point. You think you see something, you think you see a lane, not the case. Nathan Timmerman swatting that ball away on the entry pass.
Braxton Waddle returns. Stirrup is out there right now playing with 2 fouls for the Tigers.
So is Brubbits. He has to be careful.
End of the shot clock. Bear launches. Too strong. They're shut for the rebound. And the Knights push it. Marshall. Shut off. Timmerman hounded. They'll reset. Shut into the lane. Slips. Walked with it.
Yep.
Took a tough tumble in the process.
You know, credit the Tigers and their defense. They're staying in their man-to-man, but there's a lot of soft help on the backside. They're looking to double team and cut off these slashers and gashers and guys that like to drive the basketball in Shutt and Timmerman and Marshall for the Norfolk Catholic Knights.
This is your second quarter, brought to you by John Henry's. Our family serving yours. Tigers just 1 for 8 for 3 to start this ball game. See if they can get on track a little bit more. Usually a team that shoots 36%, an excellent mark from long distance. Wild pass. Now Hunish will launch. Ooh. Offensive rebound. Cluck. He's been a difference maker off the bench.
Yeah, didn't quite have his footing. Was able to get rid of the ball, though, and not get called for the travel. It's turning into quite the physical matchup here.
Oh, yes. Free ball for Bear. And he hits it. And he's fired up about it. The coach's kid connects.
I felt like it was only a matter of time. That shooting from the perimeter is such a strong part of the Tigers' offensive game. You know, Coda had a really good look as the clock shot was winding down a couple possessions ago, just off the mark. Connects on that.
Foul trouble mounting for North Bend Central. Hunish, their top 3-point shooter, just picked up his second. So that's 4 players for North Bend Central with 2 fouls. Shutt. Knows it. He attacks. Perfect footwork.
Yeah, so good. Works that spin move in there.
After a 15-0 start, it's an 8-point ball game. Bear tries 3 again. And another long rebound in North Bend Central. Now Carnatz. He hasn't found his range yet.
Goodness.
Bear dribbles it off of the leg of Burbach.
How about about the offensive rebound for North Bend Central?
You would think the athleticism and size of Norfolk Catholic, they would be dominating the glass. Not the case.
Well, that's the toughest thing when you stay in the zone is finding your man, finding a body and boxing them out. North Bend Central not slowing down, keeping their feet moving throughout the shot.
7 offensive rebounds here in the first half for the Tigers. Stir up with the basketball. Penetrates, goes against Burbach, leaves it short. Another rebound. They miss again, and a foul, that time trying for an offensive board. So the Tigers get several chances at it, but come up empty.
Yeah, and sometimes if it's just not there, kick it out, reset your offense.
That's on Braxton Wisniewski, 6'4" senior. And shooting foul at this juncture of the quarter because of how many fouls the Tigers have been tagged with. Norfolk Catholic, a slow start to this game, slow start to the season. Actually lost 3 of their first 5 games. But since then, 20-1.
I was going to say, pretty good run to close out the season. Offensive rebound, back. Nathan Timmerman come to life. And you just think back, Timmerman kind of cracked the ice, right? Broke the ice scoring-wise with those couple of free throws.
It's a 5-point ball game. Passing around the perimeter. Nothing inside yet for the Tigers. They'll have a sideline inbound.
Excellent stand thus far for the Knights.
Stick around for your halftime highlights. Coming up shortly. Those are brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. 20 seconds on the shot clock after the kicked ball.
Knights more than happy to get back into their, you could say, their base 2-3 zone.
Bear runs into the wall that is Burbach, and a tie-up. And against almost every team in Class C2, Bear is shooting a floater there.
Yeah.
But when your head goes up and you see the menacing future Big Ten Conference lineman in front of you, you think twice about it.
He's not only 6'8", he's 6'8" with a little bit of a frame to him. I think
Indeed.
you're getting that.
Just the presence affects the drivers for North Bend Central. Punish. He goes with the floater and gets his miss off of the front rim.
Good decision bringing it back out.
Bear. Jump stop. Nothing going. Waddle trying to create.
Good discipline from Burbach, not right underneath the head fake, ball fakes.
Punish pulls the trigger well long and rebounds to Marshall. Here's Shutt. Gets into the body. Yep. There's the strength he's been working on all season. Paying off for 2 in Lincoln.
Utilized his bar on there, but he didn't extend that elbow out. Didn't get called for the offensive.
Just 20 seconds separated between shot and game clock. Contact there.
Yep.
And that's on Burbach, his second. Chance at the line for Bear.
That's just a good take there from Bear. Getting to the foul line, that's a good way for them to try and build on their lead, secure their lead heading into this halftime break.
Coda Bear today, 5 points. His first free throw attempt. Hits it. Halftime coming up. Your halftime show brought to you by RMV Construction. Local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Also brought to you by Nebraska Farm Bureau. Got them both.
I feel like a couple big free throws as we head into this halftime.
Norfolk Catholic has dominated the second quarter. Can they finish it strong? Bear maybe add a little bit of reaction that time. We've seen Shutt drive into the body of the Tigers every possession this game. This time, he reacted a little bit different and got the whistle.
Well, and Shutt's gotten away with that a couple of times now, where he does utilize that bar arm to give himself some space. Maybe a little bit of an acting job, I think you're getting at from there. But it speaks to the physicality of Gavin Shutt and his ability, to really get into the defense. That time drawing the whistle.
So 2 fouls on Shutt, 2 fouls on Burbach. North Bend Central trying to end the quarter with a bucket. Here's Hunish. Loose basketball. Timmerman up ahead. Kush puts it through. And Norfolk Catholic finishes out the second quarter with a steal and a fast break layup. The second quarter dominated by the Knights, 18-8, and draws them to down 3, heading to halftime.
You felt like the Knights were going to go on a run. Boy, did they ever in the second half, and closing it out in style. Kush with the lay-in.
Halftime show on the other side on NCN.
My family's been farming since the early 1900s, and it's still where we like to call home. I get to go out to the field. I get to see farmers. When they have someone that actually experienced it, they're more willing to open up and talk to you a lot more. They just kind of become a part of you.
My name is Andrina, and his name is Asaya. I am an international student from Malawi. When I got here, I was in a relationship, and we found out that I was pregnant. So I chose life, and that's a really good thing in my life, because then God also did great things. And yeah, we're making it in life together.
Pregnant and unsure where to turn? Contact Christian Family Care, cfcare.org.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The AGI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruki. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
It's the Declaration of Deal sales event. Head to William Crowder Company in O'Neill, your trusted Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership with the selection you want and the service you deserve. From powerful new Ram trucks to adventurous Jeeps and family-ready SUVs. William Crowder Company is also your local marine center, featuring Lund boats built for fishing, fun, and making memories on the water, with several options for the serious fisherman or woman. William Crowder Company in O'Neill. Drive it, tow it, boat it, and love it.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Welcome back to the state basketball tournament on News Channel Nebraska. North Bend Central and Norfolk Catholic. It's the Tigers with a 3-point lead. You know, we all want to take advantage of whatever opportunities we're given, and North Bend Central is certainly experiencing that firsthand. Take their teammate, Merritt Smeal. You go back to a practice in early December, something wasn't feeling right. He went home early. The condition got worse after multiple visits with doctors and experts. Eventually, an MRI revealed a tumor had developed on Merritt's spinal cord. It's a condition, a rare condition called ependymoma. Merritt had successful surgery to remove that tumor on December the 23rd, but he's still got a long road ahead. Inpatient recovery, outpatient physical therapy, and according to a post on a fundraising website by his family, lots of radiation treatments. 9 down, 19 to go, says the Smeal family. Throughout it all, North Bend Central's basketball team has kept him a part of things. They've visited him, given him gift baskets, worn pins designed by Merritt's grandmother, and even FaceTimed him after their victory in the East Husker Conference Championship so that he could be a part of that celebration. Merritt is here today on the bench with the team, sitting next to the coaches. So North Bend Central getting an opportunity to show that while Merritt has a long road ahead and can't play basketball, he's still going to be their teammate, not just for this season, but for life. More halftime show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Autumn Murphy. I'm from Spalding, Nebraska. God is always there for you no matter what. When I was about 5 years old, I fell down the stairs and I broke my arm. I've broke my arm 9 times since then, and I feel like God has really helped me get through that. And I just had a total reconstructive elbow transplant from a donor, and God had a perfect match for me. It's just something I'm really grateful for.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
An entertaining ball game so far. Tale of 2 quarters, no doubt about that. Let's check out your halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen, Eric McKay with you. You're going to see a lot of North Bend highlights in the first quarter.
You really are, and credit the Tigers for jumping out to that lead. Also with their defensive performance.
13-0 through the first quarter. Coda Bear chipping in. Punish misses that 3, but the work on the offensive glass has really paid off for the Tigers, including for Ryder Brubitz.
Really has, and just the flow of their offense, able to kind of get the ball inside and kick it out. Definitely playing an inside-out style are the Tigers.
Punish hit that 3, but it hasn't been kind to North Bend Central overall. 2 for 13. Finally, Norfolk Catholic gets a basket to go. Timmerman finishes here. It was 15-0 after the first score of the second quarter. Then the Knights couldn't miss. They got that nifty finish by Gavin Shutt and actually made their final 7 shots of the half to close it to a 3-point game.
I mean, it's just unreal, right? Missing your first 10, making your last 7. Like you said, tale of 2 halves for the Norfolk Catholic Knights. And also North Bend Central, their offense was just free-flowing there in that first quarter. The second quarter, there was an obvious shift. Great adjustment from the Norfolk Catholic Knights and head coach Kevin Manzier, putting a lot of pressure on the Tigers in that offensive unit.
It's a 3-point game. The winner gets UTAN in the state semifinals. We'll have more halftime show after this.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Sartor Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Sartor Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sartor Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding band, so we'll be back for that.
Sartor Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Our halftime show is brought to you by RMV Construction and by Nebraska Farm Bureau. NCN Sports is brought to you by Wayne State College, devoted to student success for more than 100 years. And by Crotter Auto, William Crotter Company and Crotter Home Center in O'Neill, Nebraska.
When quality matters, it starts at Scotty's Ranchland Foods in Valentine. They're known for the highest quality beef, carefully aged to perfection, alongside fresh, vibrant produce, and a deli famous for fresh, never frozen fried chicken. It's quality you can see. Home of Scotty's Meat RX. Scotty's Ranchland Foods in Valentine, Nebraska. A better cut every time.
Sports Center. 21-18 on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. North Bend Central, the slight edge at halftime. Halftime show brought to you by RMV Construction. If you have a construction project that needs built, RMV Construction is the company you need to call. RMV RMV Construction has proudly constructed more than 50 WIC buildings across the state. One on screen, that's from Amherst. WIC buildings are post-framed, pre-engineered metal building systems made with better materials for a better building. RMV Construction will help you expand your ag operation, create your next barn dominium, or develop commercial space by constructing a WIC building with unmatched durability, energy efficiency, and design flexibility. RMV Construction with offices in Kearney and Lincoln, trusted, local, and proven. See the game cycling across top of the screen here. 2-point game in the opener in Class D1. Elgin Public Pope John just avoids the upset against Pleasanton.
Wolfpack holds on.
In our first game here, it was UTAN coasting to a victory over Exeter Milligan Friends. Right now, Norfolk Catholic storming back against North Bend Central in the 4 versus 5 seed matchup. We'll have highlights, interviews, all of that posted to our social media channels at NCN Sports on X, NCN Sports Now on Facebook. You can chime in throughout the day. Let us know what you're thinking watching at home. Of course, watch your replays, too.
Watch all the replays. Full games will be posted on our NCN Sports Now YouTube channel, as will highlights and all the interviews on our regular NCN YouTube channel. And, of course, stay up to date on all of our other socials, like the Deschler Dragons, giving GACC all they can handle right now, down only 3 points, 33-30.
We have an exciting second half on deck. Don't go anywhere. High school hoops at the state tournament, live on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game. Ignite the fire and find peace. And by The Seed House in O'Neill, Nebraska, a seed for every need.
My family's been farming since the early 1900s, and it's still where we like to call home. I get to go out to the field. I get to see farmers. When they have someone that actually experienced it, they're more willing to open up and talk to you a lot more. They just kind of become a part of you.
My name is Ava Stewart, and I'm from Newcastle, Nebraska. My faith is significant for me in my everyday life. And a lot of that is because my parents have raised me in my faith very well. Whether I'm giving a speech, I take a deep breath, say a prayer right before I go out, or if it's the set point in a volleyball game. It's every unique moment that I have to remind myself that God is there and that the Holy Spirit is with me.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
When your plumbing needs attention, trust the experts at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. No matter the size of the job, John Henry's brings extensive expertise to handle everything your home's plumbing system requires. So whether your drain is clogged, your water heater needs an upgrade, or you want to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, we're here for you. Reach out to us today and discover why, since 1996, we've proudly served families as the most reliable plumbing company in the Lincoln area. John Henry's, our family serving yours since 1996.
(21-18) North Bend Central with the lead as we start the second half here on News Channel Nebraska. North Bend Central head coach John Baer telling me during the break he honestly thought his team got a little lucky in the first half. Thought they fouled Norfolk Catholic way too many times and took advantage of the fact that the Knights missed their free throws. Said they need to do a better job taking care of the ball, but overall really liked their effort defensively. For Norfolk Catholic, Coach Kevin Manzer said it's simple. Do the basics better. Shoot, rebound, take care of the ball. Guys?
Well, thank you, Eric. Underway, quarter number 3. Norfolk Catholic looking to attack to start. And a walk with it. Timmerman got in against guys like the 6'4" Brubbitz who denied him.
Well, and everybody from North Bend was a little held their breath there. They didn't want to see Brubbitz with that third costly foul.
Yeah, nobody with 3 fouls. Most players with 2.
Right.
On both sides. First quarter dominated by North Bend Central. Second quarter by Norfolk Catholic. Oh, beautiful move. And it drops down. Drew Stirrup his first basket of the ball game.
6-foot sophomore getting to the rack early. That's a welcome sign if you're a Tiger fan.
Shutt finds himself all alone. Missed the jumper, though. That's the first miss in the last 8 tries.
Oh, what a find.
Bear hits the cutter Brubbits after the miss.
That's that backcourt coming into play, keeping your head up, your eyes open. What a vision from Coda Bear.
Both of these sides love to push it after missed shots, getting the defensive rebounds. Head fake for Marshall, gives to Timmerman, leaves it short with the left hand.
A heck of a nice set, though.
Timmerman was the guy that got the Knights going, and boy, did they get going. Good denial by Burbach. Brubbits kicks it out. 20 to shoot. Tough pass, deflected. Shutt gets it.
Marshall with that zone defense, getting his hands in the passing lanes.
Blocking foul. I mean, that's what we're going to see the rest of this game. We saw it in the first quarter, or first half.
Yeah.
For the most part, it was a no call on the Shutt drives.
I honestly feel like the next time that collision happens, it's going to be a foul on Shutt. He did have that bar arm up and out. Like, what do you do?
And he was pretty fortunate on that one.
Yeah.
And foul called on Waddle. That is his third. But I don't think we're going to see that.
There it is.
Oh, it's just going to, this is what we're going to see.
Yeah.
There's lots of contact on both sides, and it's going to be every other call.
And this is an early message to both teams. Like, we're not going to let this turn into a rock fight. I like the quick 2 whistles, one on each team. And yeah, you saw an obvious little chicken wing there. And Burbach, young man, Leighton, you don't have to get any wider, okay? You're wide enough.
Third foul on Burbach. Deep 3-ball. Oh, boy, Cash punish. Money from way deep.
Knocked down a couple now. Double nickel looking to heat up.
Burbach to the hoop.
Oh, what a drive.
Count it.
Just right in stride. Beautiful delivery, entry pass. And Burbach not bringing the ball down, just gliding his way to the rim.
And the big guys, both sides, with 3 fouls now. That was on Ryder Brubbits, 6'4" senior, top rebounder for North Bend Central, heading to the bench. Free throw shooting struggles continue for Burbach and company.
Well, I know there hasn't been a lot of success there, but if I'm North Bend Central, do I drive in at Burbach and try to get that third foul on him called?
He has 3. That would be 4.
4. Kind of surprised he's in there right now.
Yeah. A miss on the 3 for the Tigers. Shutt the crossover, jump stop,
so
and
good.
finish.
So good with that body control and the finish.
Norfolk Catholic calls timeout. Gavin Shutt shows why he's one of the top scorers in the state. Gets that to drop, and it's a 6-point game.
It's not just about the shoe. It's about your fit.
What sets Fleet Feet aside from everything else that we've experienced is my girls being runners. They have very different needs. And so that technology with the scanning and the personal touches is just unmatched. I met Lori almost 16 years ago, and when I saw Lori open this, I knew there was no other place that I wanted to go to have someone help me with my footwear and everything else involved with running. Fleet Feet doesn't just fit your shoes, they fit your life.
Fleet Feet Lincoln. Find your fit today.
Look at that Norfolk Catholic huddle. Coach Kevin Manzer. New look group perhaps contributing to that 3 losses in their first 5 games. They graduated 5 seniors from last year's district final team, and they don't have any juniors on this roster at all.
Wow.
It's seniors, sophomores, and freshmen. And seniors and sophomores and freshmen not exactly hanging out all the time. These guys didn't know each other. They had to build chemistry early in the season between the 10th graders and the 12th graders and the freshmen that get to play. Now they have that chemistry. Out of the timeout, a miss, a decent look for Carnats. Here's a leak out, Schutz. Scoops it home. And a Tiger. Oh, I noticed this earlier for Cluck. He was slow to get up and stretching out his leg a bit. And once again,
it's going to put a lot of pressure on Braxton Wazinski. He's a senior, but he's going to be giving up a little bit of size. Going to need number 2-4 to step up are the Tigers of North Bend Central.
So Brubbit's on the bench with 3 fouls. Cluck on the bench, stretching out his leg. That puts Wisniewski into action. Meanwhile, Norfolk Catholic cuts it back to a 4-point game. Bear walks with it.
And once again, you think you see something, so you get the ball inside, but that zone defense just shuts it all off.
Yep, he definitely picked up that left pivot foot before releasing the basketball. Callan Marshall. He's been fighting it all game, waiting for that perfect open look. His first make, and look out, because he's a guy that can unleash, averages 15 per game. That's his first 3.
On the Knights, closing within that 1 point.
They've never led. Bear way deep. Oh, there's the response. The answer for North Bend Central.
And a quick 30-second timeout to follow. Gonna get that defense set on the other end.
John Bear, the head coach, watching on as his son Coda drills the 3 midway through the 3rd quarter.
Behind every switch you flip, innovation is at work. NPPD is using advanced technology to generate and deliver the reliable energy you've come to expect. Like AI-driven platforms to optimize energy generation, drones for infrastructure inspection, advanced metering for faster outage detection, and helping advance carbon capture and sequestration technologies. It's not just electricity we are delivering, it's innovation. Powering the state, empowering your life. Nebraska Public Power District.
Coda Bear on your screen, 5'11" junior, 15 points per game. Today he's already up to 10. Relatively efficient, 3 for 7, but 4 assists and 4 rebounds to go with those points.
Does it all. And one of those assists was like an 80-foot pass.
Marshall, wide open again. We warned you. He's liable to go off.
Tigers have to adjust that defense. They're going to have to get out and run some shooters off that 3-point line. Things are heating up for the Knights.
Tough post up inside. They spin it out of there. Bear attacks, draws the contact. Count the basket for this junior.
That is such a smart, high basketball IQ play. You just knock down a deep 3. Defense has to respect that, overplay that. So what do you do? Dribble drive to the rim after the defense overplays, closing out beyond the rim, or beyond the arc.
Just a brief spurts of action in there for Jack Armstrong, 6'4" freshman, getting some time with all the trouble with the North Bend Central bigs.
He's listed as a senior. I think head coach Manzer saw that for the Knights, so he checked Burbach back in, wanted that senior on freshman matchup. Not so fast, says head coach Bear. We got to get our senior back in there.
Wisniewski returns, tasked with trying to handle the load inside of Leighton Burbach. Here's that matchup. Burbach draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Just love this game of cat and mouse between the 2 coaching staffs. Substitutions, the usage of timeouts.
Burbach still looking for that first make at the line.
Yeah, and you can see Wisniewski leaning on him a little bit, but like, what can you do?
Yeah. And you don't have a hand on him. You're going to get bowled backwards.
Right. Okay, so that's going to bring the freshman Armstrong back into the game, the 6'4" freshman.
Burbach now 1 for 6 at the stripe after hitting that one. Can't get the roll on the second, and Norfolk Catholic tracks down the miss. They try to save it, and escaping with the basketball is Stirrup.
Stirrup did a heck of a job getting that ball out of harm's way.
Karnatz for 3. He's had a tough time finding the range today. Really been trying to feed him for 3, but he's 0 for 6. 0 for 5, pardon me.
He shoots at a high clip too, 37% from beyond the arc on the season.
Second foul on Timmerman, and the ball stays with the Tigers. Now Stirrup lines it up. Burbach secures the rebound. Pushing it up ahead. And a blocking foul. That'll go against Stirrup. And that's his third.
Good on the Knights, pushing the tempo, getting the ball up the court through the pass.
That's the fourth team foul already this quarter on North Bend Central, so Norfolk Catholic shooting the rest of the way. Clay Rotherham misses the first.
And Rotherham did a good job of attacking the rim after that pass. Looked like he might back it out and allow, some of those trailers to come through, cycle through. He just took matters into his own hands. One of these sophomores, 5'11" sophomore, getting to the rim, picking up the foul.
It's the second. One possession game. 2 points separating the Tigers and Knights. A spot in the state semifinals on the line. 10.5 minutes of regulation remaining. Here's Waddle. Bear from NBA range, just short, and bumped up ahead to Rotherham. Throws, shots. It's through there.
Just so under control.
And a steal for the Knights. They'll attack again with Marshall. Going against Bear. And the three. First time this game. In front of North Bend Central.
Good timeout, good timeout. You see how Marshall was able to reset his feet. So much space around him. Good job reversing the ball. The Knights are on fire.
Defense to offense in the state quarterfinals.
Well, I think like many people, I just had some life events that happened. Just really felt lost, quite honestly, completely broken. And next thing I know, with how depression can settle in, I was contemplating suicide. I told God that I was sorry, that I just can't bear this anymore. Thankfully, my dog came up and started looking me in the face. And that was that spark that I needed to kind of talk myself off the ledge. So thankful that I took that split second to say something to God.
The Seed House, located in O'Neill, is your Nebraska-owned full-service seed supplier. From corn and soybeans to cover crops, grass seed, and CRP grasses, they have the full lineup to fit your operation. The Seed House also offers agronomy services, seed treatment, soil fertility guidance, and expert crop recommendations tailored to your acres. When it comes to growing success from the ground up, trust local experience. Contact Don and the crew at the Seed House, located in O'Neill, Nebraska, and plant with confidence this season.
Ball loose out of the North Bend Central timeout, and a foul tagged against Norfolk Catholic.
Going to get a loose ball here on Timmerman. Love the effort. All-out effort, diving for that loose ball, but just too much contact for the officials' liking. Timmerman's going to pick up his third.
Norfolk Catholic started this game ice cold. Missed their first 10 shots from the field. Their first 10 free throw tries. Story has changed. Here's the three ball for Waddle, trying to stop a Norfolk Catholic run. He misses. Shut, pushing, attacking, stripped. Terrific defense by Waddle.
Boy, that was their only shot, too, is Waddle taking that, getting that steal. Catholic had numbers.
There's the kick out. Carnatz penetrates. The floater is way short. He just hasn't been able to dial it in today.
Really hasn't. Just hasn't been able to find his range. He was a little far, a little wide on the last attempt. That time way short.
Beautiful feed on the roll. And Burbach. How about the soft touch from the big fella?
Yeah. We saw it earlier. He's got some pretty nimble, pretty good footwork for a big fella. Suppose that's why he's a D1 type of talent.
Bear. Wide left. So Norfolk Catholic had that terrible start, 0 for 10. Then they made 7 straight shots to end the first half. Well, they started cold in the second half, missing their first 2. Here's Burbach again on the pick and roll, and he'll shoot 2. So they started this half 0 for 2. They've now made their last 8 in a row.
So they're a streaky shooting team. Is that what you're telling me?
0 for 10, then make 7 straight. Miss your next 2, then make 8 straight.
Wow. Well, you knew, or you felt anyway, at the beginning of this game when just so many shots weren't falling and good takes, even at the rim, things were going to turn around for the Knights, and boy, have they in a big way.
It wasn't a lack of quality shots there in the first quarter. They were just missing them.
Yes.
But the free throw line has not been a place of comfort. 6 of 22 for the Knights. That's just 27%. North Bend Central is 4 of 5.
Good box out.
Tough for Stirrup there. Yep. Lost his balance after grabbing the rebound. Couldn't see a teammate to get it to and walked with it.
Yeah, he really got tied up with Brubbitz there, his own teammate. Brubbitz is going to check back out, trying to protect him with those 3 fouls.
And Norfolk Catholic a chance to play for the final look at the hoop here. Shutt looks up at the clock. Baseline take for Camden Burbach shut down, and they'll get it back out.
Good reset.
Kevin Manzer says, yep, play for 1. Behind the back. Now it's Marshall. Open look, Shutt for 3. No, there's an offensive rebound. And Burbach airballs. Another chance at it. And it's Cush who finishes the quarter with a bucket for Norfolk Catholic. And the Knights' lead grows to 7.
Hey, under 2 seconds to go is Cush time, right? He closes out the first half itself. Follows it again with a key offensive rebound and putback to close out the third.
Ice cold to start the game. Red hot from distance. In quarter number 3, it's Norfolk Catholic in control heading to the fourth quarter.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years.
Anne has been a long-time UVT customer. One day, she was being scammed. We secured her funds and got her set up with new accounts. I just think, if my grandma was in that situation, what would I want someone to do for her?
I hope he doesn't mind that I'm giving him a hug.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Lincoln Airport Authority. Fly easy, fly local, fly LNK. Bernard Real Estate and Auction Company in Auburn and Nebraska City. And by Larson Motors in Nebraska City. Find your new Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram today at LarsonMotorGroup.com.
Norfolk Catholic fans, not a lot to cheer about initially, but quite a bit now. They're into it. 41-34 on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard, starting quarter number 4. I'm Michael Shively. He's Andy Klassen. Eric McKay, our sideline reporter here on News Channel Nebraska. Winner of this game gets top seed UTAN. And it's Cush with the steal, poked out of bounds by Bear. Bear is arguing it should have been a kick on the offensive side.
We'll get a good look at it here. I mean, it might have been a kick right there over the hands.
Marshall. He's come alive here in the second half.
Boy, and credit the Knights amping up their defensive
Burbach.
pressure.
Just a little off balance. I was thinking we might see a hammer dunk there.
Got the ball inside. Got the look thereafter.
So North Bend Central gets the stop. Can they get the basket? Off target on the 3. And out of bounds. Last touch by Timmerman. Bear took a spill.
Yeah, Bear was looking for the whistle, it kind of felt like. There was a collision, but that's a loose ball type of a scenario.
Yeah, they're both trying for it.
Yep.
Splits the defenders. Now here's Stirrup. To the rack. And the lefty lay-in. Good explosion by Braxton Waddle.
Yeah, and good feed. Yeah, and you mentioned it. No hesitation. Attack the rim.
Stirrup jumps the passing lane. Now he bats the ball away. Can't quite save it, but terrific hustle from the son of Coach Aaron Stirrup. Aaron Stirrup, the legendary girls basketball coach at North Bend Central, multiple state titles. His son playing some tough ball here in the fourth quarter. Timmerman to the rack.
That time, North Bend Central got caught man-to-man. Timmerman getting that defender on his hip all the way to the rim.
Waddle, little 8-footer, missed it.
8th rebound for Burbach.
7 and 8. That's about what he averages. 7 points, 8 rebounds. Inside, Timmerman driving again. This time he's blocked. And the rebound to Stirrup. 4 black jerseys around him.
Oh, no.
North Bend Central had numbers. 3-on-1. And they lose it out of bounds.
Well, they had the cherry picker, too. They had a guy all by himself at the other end, unable to advance the ball. I think Waddle got behind the defense there.
This North Bend Central team averaging 63 points per game. It's the athleticism, the speed with which Norfolk Catholic plays, and of course their physicality has the Tigers all off balance.
And to that point, they mix it up too. They don't just sit back in 1 or 2 different looks. We've also seen them extend that defense out at times. Just generated a turnover a couple of possessions ago, and they extended out half court. So just the multitude of what they can do, and you mentioned the physical nature with how they can do it.
First foul of the quarter on North Bend Central. This is your fourth quarter, sponsored by National Land Realty. Find land for sale at nationalland.com. Timmerman splits them. And a 9-point cushion for a team that trailed 15-0 in the second quarter.
Boy, North Bend Central really has to be careful offensively here.
Carnatz gets it inside. Good passing. It doesn't yield a bucket for Waddle, and Burbach clears the glass. Now Leighton Burbach going to play his college football at Northwestern University. But before that, he wants to finish off his high school career with a long run in the basketball state championships. It's the Knights in front. Final 5:21 coming up on NCN.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Oh, this game is anything, Andy. It is physical.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think both fan bases wanted a whistle there. I kind of like the no call there. Burbach with a little shove. However, Stirrup kind of got into Burbach with the initial contact. Oh, that might have been Waddle.
North Bend Central has scored just 15 points here in the second half. They find themselves down 9. Three-pointer for Shutt. Just off. Carnatz a strong rebound.
Textbook job there boxing out was Carnatz.
Punish gets it out of the corner there with the behind the back. He's had a tough time holding on to it in the second half. An unforced turnover. Shutt creates, but it's intercepted by Bear. And Bear driving, kicking. And they'll have to settle for a half-court possession. Terrific transition defense by the Knights.
Really was. Looked like Bear might have had something going to the rim.
Carnets, not this time either. With Timmerman on the ground, Burbach helps clean it up with back-to-back blocks. But on the second one, a whistle.
Norfolk Catholic can't believe it. I mean, each and every possession, there's a lot of contact there, you know.
You'd probably call a foul every possession in this game if you wanted to.
I mean, just the style of defense that Norfolk plays with, and the tenacity, the aggressiveness, which I love. It does. It puts a lot of pressure on these officials.
We'll see what this matchup is. Still to be determined in the next round. If it is Norfolk Catholic UTAN, the physicality will be off the charts.
Oh my goodness!
I would hate to have a whistle in my mouth for that game.
Yeah.
Bear calmly sinks them both. How about the composure from the junior? Timmerman goes right into attack mode and slips.
Boy, I like that idea from Timmerman, though, trying to get into the big man, Bubbitts.
Six-point ball game.
Ball security's got to be top of mind here for the Tigers.
Hunish hits the cutter, and a wide-open lay-in for Bubbitts with Burbach, the rim protector, on the bench.
You said it. When the cat's away, might as well play.
And another turnover for the Knights.
Fantastic job, Waddle, playing off-ball defense there.
But he throws it away, and then a foul.
It's going to be 4.
It's on North Bend Central and Ryder Bubbitts.
Boy, that's a spot where Bubbitts needs to be aware. They're really going to need him down the stretch.
He's only been able to play 14 minutes today.
He's going to stay in. He's going to stay in with 4 fouls.
And in comes Leighton Burbach with 4 fouls for Norfolk Catholic. Good penetration by Timmerman. Gets the ball back. Now finds Burbach. Can't handle it. Creates space. And the rebound goes to North Bend Central. Punish for 3. That could have been a momentum shifter, but it doesn't fall for the top 3-point shooter on this season, North Bend Central.
Tigers fall back into a 2-3 zone. It prevails. They get a great look at the other end, just off the mark.
Punish 77 made threes this season. That would have been the biggest one.
He didn't miss that last one by much. Oh, good denial, the entry pass there from Stirrup. Another one of these coaches' kids making a huge impact. High basketball IQ.
4 coaches' kids on this North Bend Central team. Stick around for our post-game show, folks. We don't know yet who the player of the game will be, but we do know we'll talk to them. And that'll be brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination.
Well, good help defense.
3 to shoot for Shutt. Needs to launch, and he doesn't know it.
He thought he had a reset. Oh, and Coach Manzer, he is frustrated.
It's a loud environment here.
Yeah.
Coach Manzer was yelling. The fans were yelling, but it never made it into the head of Gavin Shutt in a turnover.
Yeah, if I'm Gavin Shutt, I'm thinking, our fans have been yelling this whole time. It's been out the whole go.
Tough drive. Here's Stirrup against Burbach. He was seeking out that 5th foul on the big fella. Didn't get it, jumping into the body.
Look out.
And Timmerman leaks ahead. Throws it to no one.
Oh, he thought the official was his outlet.
Great point. Somehow, Callan Marshall tracked it down. Shutt drives. Missed it. Burbach blocked, but a foul.
Wow, a lot happening there in a matter of 4 or 5 seconds.
A lot of ball. Wisniewski Good effort trying to block the shot. And it puts Burbach back to the line, where he's had a tough go of it today. He's now 1 for 10 on the season, 48%.
Now you're starting to see a consistent offense for defense types of substitution, protecting Brubbitz. Ryder Brubbitz enters back into the game to help out this Tiger offense.
These teams have gone cold. 4-minute scoring drought for Norfolk Catholic after they opened up their big lead. But North Bend Central hasn't exactly been pouring it in either.
No. Just great discipline in a zone defensive set. My goodness, the Knights are so good.
Punish. Puts it inside.
Look at that flow with the ball. Backside shut off.
Nothing there for Waddle. Stirrups blocked. Burbach the rebound.
That was Teach State material there on how to operate a zone defense. Great communication, move with the ball, movement with the ball.
And a timeout, Norfolk Catholic. 1 minute and 22 seconds left on your Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. 4 points separating these teams. The state semifinals on the line on News Channel Nebraska.
My name's Elizabeth Glazer. My grandma's brother had liver cancer, and he was praying that God would help him get through this hard time, and we were told that he was not going to last very long, and so instead of doing our family game night, we decided to do the rosary, and he passed away while we were saying the rosary. I was so happy that God was able to give us that time to pray for him.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Oh, we'll have quite a bit to analyze after this one. We'll look at the bracket. Check out your highlights in the post-game show, brought to you by Custom Sports. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. Eric McKay, our sideline reporter. 4 points of separation. North Bend Central built a 15-0 lead in this game early in the second quarter. Norfolk Catholic on fire after that. They led by 3 possessions in the fourth quarter, but North Bend Central trying to get right back in it with 1:22 to go. Out of the Norfolk Catholic timeout, the Knights have it. Shutt fouled. Bear all over him. Called for the reach-in.
Just over a minute left to go here, but it feels like we're a long way from the end of this one.
That was the only foul to give for North Bend Central. The next one will put the Knights at the line for 2. It's a full shot clock for the Knights. Marshall, the confident senior, Timmerman, gives it to Marshall and now gets it back. Out of bounds. Will stay with the Knights.
And this is where Norfolk Catholic, they're well aware of the shot clock now. 16 seconds left on the shot. North Bend Central appearing to want to play this one straight up. They had an opportunity to foul the big man, get him on the line early, didn't do so.
Punish goes for the steal, doesn't get it. And Shutt, aware of the shot clock. Pulls with 6 and an offensive foul. An illegal screen. Is that on Burbach? It is. And his day is done. The 5th foul on the 6'8" senior center.
Right idea. Everyone aware of the shot clock, trying to free up his man, Gavin Shutt.
Finishes with 7 points and 12 boards.
It's only the second foul this fourth quarter here against the Knights.
Spin move. Waddle. Oh, it rolls out. And last touched by Ryder Brubbitz. They got the look that time, just couldn't sink it.
We got to check that rim. Remember Norfolk Catholic in the first quarter?
First half rim.
Mm-hmm. What is going on? My goodness.
That hit both sides of it and caromed out. And the Tigers have to foul. Brubbitz can't. He has 4 fouls.
Nice crossover dribble there from Timmerman, getting the ball back to the center court.
Waddle wasn't going for the foul that time. He was going for the steal, but called for the reach-in. Must have got some of the hands. Here's Timmerman, a 67% free throw shooter on the season. And he hits.
Well, Timmerman's the one that started the scoring for the Knights. That tough opening quarter with a pair of free throws.
Calmly knocks them both down. Still a two-possession game, but the Tigers running out of time.
And now the Knights extending their defense out.
Bear launches. And it's saved inbounds. Shutt can run some clock, and Hunnish fouls.
Couple of big free throws coming up here. Not a bad take. Not a bad take for the Tigers. A deep three. They had to hurry up.
The senior, the leader, the top scorer, started his career at Winside, transferred for his last couple of seasons here at Norfolk Catholic. He's a 1,000-point scorer on his career and hits the second to make it a three-possession game. Three-pointer for Waddle. Wide. Shutt, another rebound.
Big rebound. And that's going to be it for Brubbitz. Ryder Brubbitz. Heck of a game. 8.7 rebounds, but that doesn't speak to how big he was this game. And also trying to play through foul trouble.
North Bend Central appears on the brink of seeing its season ends with 23 wins. They were East Husker Conference champions. Shutt sinks the first. They played this season without an expected contributor in Merritt Smeal. We heard about him at halftime. Diagnosed with a rare form of cancer, a tumor on his spinal cord. They are wearing ribbons in his honor, have had shirts, and have been in constant communication with Merritt as he receives treatment this season. A terrific basketball campaign and a hard-fought game today, but it's Norfolk Catholic who starts cold and finishes on fire. The Knights use physicality to will their way to a state quarterfinal win. They knock off North Bend Central 48-40 to improve to 23-4 on the season, and most importantly, earn a spot in the state semifinals against UTAN.
You said it, survive and advance, right? This is March basketball, and you got to be pretty happy with your effort if you're Norfolk Catholic, overcoming some adversity, some cold shooting early on, bouncing back, taking that lead into the second half, closing that out. Winning this one by 8 points.
A team that started the year 2-3. A team that started this game down 15-0. And it's the Norfolk Catholic Knights who have persevered and are heading on to the state semifinals. Stay with us, folks. We'll have an interview with the winning head coach, Kevin Manzer, and our player of the game coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
Big ideas, bold graphics, quality products you're proud to wear. That is Custom Sports. Custom Sports, custom graphics, quality products, and timely service you can count.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCode.com.
Big ideas, bold graphics, quality products you're proud to wear. That is Custom Sports. Custom Sports, custom graphics, quality products, and timely service you can count on.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Norfolk Catholic is on to the semifinals, and I'm here with Coach Kevin Manzer on News Channel Nebraska. Coach, after that first quarter, what changed? What was the thing that you thought settled in that allowed you to start this comeback?
I think just that, we tried not to panic, and that was very hard to do because that was a really bad quarter. We have not come out like that in a long time, so it was a little surprising, and we've had some experience at state, but it's important for me to remember that a lot of these guys didn't play. They were sitting, they were watching, and it's a whole different ballgame when you come out, you warm up, you see what it's actually like, and so there was a little bit of shell shock from our guys, for sure.
How much of the adjustment did you see from them, the communication from the players? How much is it you talking to the players? How much is it them communicating with each other, knowing what they have to do?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I think my job is to make sure that the energy is good. They can't see me panic. They can't see me get upset. And so just to be that steady one and then let them figure it out. And they did that. They figured it out. They figured it out all year. So today was no exception. I don't know how we pulled this one out other than just grit. That's all it was, is that we just played extremely hard.
You got UTAN up next in the semifinals. What are you expecting from the Chieftains?
A lot of physicality. They look super athletic. A lot of bodies that they can throw out there. All of them look fast, aggressive. So, it's what you expect out of a semifinal game. It's going to be two really competitive, aggressive teams that both want to get to play on Saturday for first and second. So I expect it to be a good one.
How good was Gavin today, particularly in the second half?
Good. He was one that he had never been here, and so getting him here and getting him used to it, getting him in a little bit of a flow, getting him a feel was huge. But I mean, it was a whole team effort. It really was. So once we settled in and started playing a little ball and were able to get some distance and go on that run, he was a big part of that. Callan was a big part of that. Spacing the floor was a big part of that. I thought Nathan Timmerman's energy was unbelievable. There were some rebounds that he got that I thought really shifted some positivity in our favor.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. That's Coach Kevin Manzer. Let's bring in Gavin Shutt, our player of the game. Gavin, you said on your way over here it's one of the weirdest games you've ever played in. What changed first quarter to second quarter? What was the message from your team? What were you telling each other on the court to try to get back into this?
Just punch back. To be honest, we came out, we got punched in the face, so we had to just punch back and fight our way to the end.
North Bend's a team that, they can really get you in rotation. Defensively, how did you settle in? How were you able to slow them down offensively in the second half?
We did a 1-3-1 back into our 2-3, and it's hard to play against a 1-3-1, especially when you're as long as we are. So I think that helps. And we practice defense more than most teams practice offense. So I feel like that has a big deal with it.
We're at state, it's a different atmosphere, so you're not able to do the thing you guys normally do, which is everybody comes around and throws towels on you and stuff during an interview. But what has this team been like to play on? You guys seem like a fun group to be around.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Every day we have a lot of fun. It's just a big brotherhood. We hang out outside of practice. Yeah, it's a big family.
UTAN's up next. What's it going to take to beat the Chieftains?
A lot better shooting than that. We'll definitely get on the gun tomorrow, but you can expect the same fight from us all 4 quarters.
Well, Gavin, great job today. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That's our player of the game, Gavin Shutt. We've got highlights. We'll get you set for the rest of the action today as well. Coming up, you're watching the State Boys Basketball Championships on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Grace Mahoney. My grandpa, he had to have heart surgery, but his kidneys weren't strong enough for it, so they put him on hospice. Anyway, it was like a couple of weeks and nothing was happening, and so we went back and just somehow his kidneys were stronger, and so they went ahead with the heart surgery, and I'm really grateful for it all because it brought all my family back, and it was definitely a miraculous situation.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. Bank of the Valley. Together we go further. And by Scotty's Ranchland Foods, Highway 20 in Valentine, Nebraska.
Well, thanks to Norfolk Catholic coach Kevin Manzer and star senior Gavin Schutt for the post-game interviews. The Knights are advancing to the state semifinals to face UTAN. Let's see how this game went down. North Bend Central and Norfolk Catholic. The number 4 seed Tigers out of North Bend. The number 5 seed Knights out of Norfolk Catholic High School. 23 wins for North Bend, 22 wins for Norfolk. These teams both score in the 60s, expecting an exciting competitive matchup. And competitive it certainly was. A physical game. Athletics on display, both sides. Early on, it's Braxton Waddle getting the 2, and then an offensive rebound for Ryder Brubbitz. He rises up, puts it back in, and the Tigers are off to a hot start. Meanwhile, Norfolk Catholic, the opposite. As a matter of fact, the Knights missed their first 10 shots from the floor and their first 10 free throws. There was Cash Hunnish. He didn't miss. 15-0. Start to this ball game. After the first 2, things start to go Norfolk Catholic's way. And again, they missed their first 10 shots, and Gavin Schutt and company hit their next 7 shots to finish out the first half. It was 21-18, North Bend Central leading going to the third quarter. And another big-time bucket for Hunnish. But Norfolk Catholic got hot again after missing their first 2 shots of the second half. Callan Marshall and company found their range, and they made their next 8. Ridiculous. Coda Bear doesn't want the season to be done. The junior son of the coach, big-time shot. It's a 4-point game here late in quarter number 3, but not for long. Callan Marshall connects once more. How about Marshall again? Found his range, missed all of his shots in the first half. Norfolk Catholic feeling good heading to the fourth quarter. They outscored North Bend Central by 10 in the third. Exploding to the hoop for a bucket is Braxton Waddle. But the defense for Norfolk Catholic just so tough to penetrate. North Bend Central struggling to find some offense. Here's another look at a Brubbitz bucket. But they never got the lead in the fourth quarter. Stayed down 2 possessions the entire time. And Norfolk Catholic able to close it out and get a 48-40 win. So North Bend Central ends its season 23-6. Norfolk Catholic improves to 23-4. Here are your final numbers from this ball game. Turnovers and blocks about even. Assist edge for North Bend Central, but just 14% shooting from beyond the arc for North Bend Central. And Norfolk Catholic just does enough to get the win. They'll shoot it better in the semis after shooting just 33% from the foul line. Speaking of the semifinals, Class C2 has half of its bracket filled out. Number 1 UTAN victorious this morning, 62-40 over Exeter Milligan Friend. Now Norfolk Catholic joins them on that half of the bracket in the semifinals. The bottom half, that's what's coming your way next. Bergen Catholic, the 2 seed, takes up on the upstart Pender Pendragons at state for the first time in more than 3 decades. They'll look to upset the defending state champs. And then the final game in Class C2 later this afternoon, number 3 Valentine against number 6 Freeman, team that's almost never at state in the Badgers, and a team that's a regular in Lincoln in the Falcons. Plenty of storylines to look forward to as our coverage of Class C2 state tournament basketball continues. Well, thanks so much to everybody who made this broadcast possible today. Our fantastic sponsors, our hard workers on the production side, led by Paul in the truck. All our crew getting these fun shots, running the replay, running the graphics to make this all possible. If you missed any of the action, our full game replays will be posted to our NCN Sports Now YouTube page. Please go give those a watch. Our post-game interviews and our highlights posted on social media, NCN Sports on X and Facebook throughout the day. Stay with us. We do have some news coming up next, and then more basketball after that.